Good morning everyone and welcome to my first YouTube video. Today I'm going to be showing you my everyday makeup routine. I'm going to keep this nice and simple since I am not a makeup artist. Think clean girl meets Scandinavian vibes. So I've already done my skincare, but my first step is the Refy Blur and Hydrate Primer. Just put a little bit on my cheeks, forehead and chin. I love this primer because I have quite dry and sensitive skin. I love that I can try and sculpt my face while applying it. I think this primer is the perfect base to your makeup. It adds a real blurred effect. It makes it very easy to layer products. Next I go in with my new favourite combination, which is the base of my makeup, going with the Saie Beauty Super Glow Gel, and I mix this with the Glossier Perfecting Skin Tint. Put a pump on my cheek, pump on my forehead, and then I wipe the excess off on my chin, and then I'll go in with the Glossier, about 5 dots over where I've put the glow gel, and I'll mix it together. I absolutely love this product. This has been my holy grail for my base for probably 5 years now. The reason why I love a skin tint is because I think foundation is a bit too cakey on me. I love very dewy makeup, so I use my fingers to rub this all over my face. I do leave a mark under my eyes though. I have very dry under eyes. If I put any other makeup products underneath my eyes before I put concealer on them, it will just crumble and peel, and it's not fun. Just look at this glow. Then grab a damp beauty blender and I'll just quickly press this in. So after this I go in with the Charlotte Tilbury Beauty Light Contour Wand. You can see I've used this to excess. So I like to do dots. I do 2 dots on my actual cheekbone. I don't do it underneath, I do it kind of on/above to give that elevated look. I think I do have more of a baby face still, so I find putting my contour here adds the dimension that I would like. And then take my ring finger and I grab a little bit of the product and wipe off the excess, and then I will lift my head up to look at my nose. The mirror is here. I do a line, then I will drag this down to either side of my nose and just softly blend it out. So then I will take the Refy Duo brush and I will use this side. I'll then spray it with the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Setting Spray, dampen the surface a little bit, and I'll always pat it on the back of my hand. And then I very gently just start blending this in. I like to carve out where my contour goes with a brush, and I'll take the excess and I'll wipe it across my forehead. I will then go back in with a damp beauty blender and I will press that in. Then I'll go in with concealer. Now, which concealer I use depends on what I'm doing. If I'm going out in the evening, if I'm wanting my makeup to be more full coverage, if I'm wanting it to last, I will use the Hourglass. This Hourglass Vanish Concealer is something that I'm still trying to work with. I posted a video on my socials that got a lot of traction with the girlies who have dry under eyes because I targeted it for them. My relationship with concealer is a toxic one. I don't know what it is, I just don't have the under eyes to hold concealer. Everything creases, everything will crumble, everything will fall off. So if anyone also has this experience but has a holy grail concealer, please share it with me because I am in need. My everyday concealer, however, is the No. 7 Hydroluminous. I have very veiny under eyes, so I always thought that I had dark circles, but no. This is the concealer that I use on a daily basis, and I usually place them in these areas. So I'm also putting it on my chin because I'm having hormonal breakouts on my chin, which is great. So for my concealer, I go in with this finger again, and I'll kind of buff it out and let it sit for a bit. Any excess that I have on my finger, I will just pop on my T-zone and then also on the sides of my face because I get a lot of redness here and here. So while I let this sit for a bit, I'm going to use some setting spray to help the process. I am going to go in with what I believe is arguably the best Charlotte Tilbury product that they have ever released. It's the Unreal Skin Sheer Glow Tint Hydrating Foundation Stick. I got to try this product at Tottenham Court Road in London, and I was on a billboard for it, which was really cool. If you cannot tell, I love Charlotte Tilbury, and here is a little shameless plug. If you also love Charlotte Tilbury and you would like 15% off your online order, you can use this code. I use shade 3 and I pop this on my cheeks, my jaw as well where I get redness. I also put this down my neck as well. I use a damp beauty blender as well just to kind of rub this in on my neck. And then I'm going same beauty blender, I'm going to use the opposite side, and I'm going to very gently start to press this in. And as I'm pressing this in, if I catch any concealer, I will also start to rub it in as well. I will also carry this onto the top of my eyes. Hopes and prayers for my chin, guys. I have been very fortunate enough to grow up with no acne. Second I hit 20, it's like I went through a second puberty. I mean, they do say that you go through second puberty when you are in your 20s, so I believe I am currently in that state. I'm also taking a hormonal pill, and that is affecting my chin massively. The base is done. I'm going to grab my setting spray again and pop this all over my face. We're using the light that I have sellotaped the back to, because I usually use this to pop it on my phone. We're being creative, okay? And I'm also filming this on an iPhone. I do not have a Canon, I do not have a Sony. We're trying out here. This is the base so far. Okay, now that the base is done, we can add life back to the face. I'm using the Charlotte Tilbury The Airbrush. Looks like this. And I'm coupling it with the Refy Cream Bronzer. Pop it all on here. And I will add bronzer to the high points of my face. When I think about when I am tan, where does the sun hit mostly? And for me, it's on my cheeks and my forehead. I will take a tiny bit of it as well, and I will dab it onto the end of my nose. Bronzer to help carve out the definition on my puffy cheeks. And I will also sometimes go along my jawline. The blush, I am a baby pink coloured girl. I know a lot of people like red blush, darker pinks, but for me the lighter pink I can find, the better. So I am using the Refy Cream Blush in Rose. I love her so much. I'm going to go back with the Duo brush. Using the side that I used for contour earlier, I'm going to pop in a little bit of that for the blush. Picked it up on the product. Straight in again onto the top of my cheekbone. I just can't get over the glow. Next, I'm gonna do eyebrows. You know how I said I have a love-hate relationship with concealer? I also have a love-hate relationship with my eyebrows. My eyebrows used to be incredibly arched. They used to be a lot thicker than what they are. I think I have made them too thin, but we're working on it. Again, it's a relationship in progress. For my brows, I've always trusted Benefit. I'm using the Precisely My Brow Pencil in the shade 3.5. I could probably do the 3. I'm just going to very lightly fill in any bare patches, which, oh, guys, story time. The other day, I was plucking my eyebrows, just tidying them up, and my mum knocked on the bathroom door and it scared the life out of me, and I was using one of the dermaplaning tools to just clear up my eyebrows, and I ended up fully cutting into my eyebrow, so this bit is incredibly thin right now, and I'm trying to gaslight myself into thinking it's not. It's okay. It's okay. Thoughts and prayers. Thoughts and prayers. There we go. Not too much of a difference, just slightly fuller. Do very light feather motions. I quickly curl my eyelashes. Before I go in with mascara, the Makeup by Mario Master Mattes The Neutrals eyeshadow palette for Christmas. I saw this all over TikTok. I think I just typed in best neutral eyeshadow palette and everybody was raving about this one, so I got it. I just use a very natural colour for my lid. Again, keeping with the baby pink kind of look, I go in with this colour with a Space NK 302 brush. I don't know if this is supposed to be an eyeshadow brush. I use it for an eyeshadow brush anyway. That's something I don't have. I don't have brushes. This is the colour. I will just very gently dust this over my lid. I wasn't one of those teenagers who experimented with makeup. It was such a 2000s thing, and then it's such a now thing to do get ready with me videos and to watch them and consume makeup at a younger age. My sister did. She was very into experimenting with makeup and trying different looks, and I think her first eyeshadow palette was the Maddie Ziegler X Morphe one, but I just didn't do any of that. So it's really strange because I'm learning how to do makeup in my 20s, or I learnt in my late teens, early 20s, whereas I feel like everybody's like, this is just how you do eyeliner. I don't know what I'm doing. So I think that's why I also opt for the clean girl aesthetic, because you don't have to do a lot, or you don't have to have crazy MUA skills to complete a look or to do makeup on yourself. So now I've just put that colour all over my eyes. I'll actually go in with a lighter shade as well, just into the inner corners. There we go. I take a Rimmel white eyeliner pencil and I'm literally going to go into the very corner of my eye. I'm just gonna pop it in the corner. My eyes will water, but it's okay. I know Candace, one of the Victoria's Secret Angels, does this. She did this for some of her shows, and whatever a blonde bombshell does, I follow. I received the new Gucci mascara the other day as PR, and so I'm gonna give that a try. Usually I go in with the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk Push Up Lashes, but today we're gonna try Gucci. Wow, now I look awake. Oh my gosh, I really like it. Thank you to Gucci Beauty. For highlight, I go in with the Charlotte Tilbury Beauty Light Wand in the shade Spotlight. I put this on the end of my nose. Any excess, I will just pat down the bridge. Again, on the cheeks. You think we didn't need any more shine? Sorely mistaken. So I put this under the bridge of my eyebrow. Sometimes I like to take this ring finger again and pop some in the inner corners. Then to lightly set, I'll go in with the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish, and I will take the Refi Complexion Brush and I will get a very light coating and just dust it gently underneath my eyes and around my nose and my chin. Sometimes also my forehead. For lips today, I do already have on the Laneige Sleep Mask, so I'm just gonna ever so slightly rub it in a bit more. I'm gonna be using the Refi Blur Liner in the shade Opal. It is again this kind of like beautiful nude, like baby nude, and I will very gently outline my lips very, very lightly. I try and keep my Cupid's bow whenever I outline my lips. And finally, to end it all off, I'm going in with my new favourite lip gloss, which is the YSL Candy Glaze in shade 02. The perfect baby pink. And there you go, guys. This is my signature makeup look. Nice, natural, dewy, baby pink. So that is the tutorial. I hope you've all enjoyed and you got a few tips out of this. Thank you so much for joining me on my very first YouTube video. Please feel free to like and comment below and subscribe if you haven't already. You're making my childhood dream come true. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye!